Chair of the session and fellow governors. I want to declare my interest that I am sold in to promoting sugar growing and milling. I went to school in sugar growing and milling supported primary schools. The community around me do that, and the community that will come after me will also do that. I do not see them doing anything else other than that and other things that may be of profit to them. Having said that, I want to state that the common denominator in the challenges that we have in the sugar sector is attributable to government. If you look at the government-run sugar mills, all of them are either dead or are on their knees. If you look at the ones that are run by the private sector, they are vibrant. So I want to say, not just about the current administration, but about all administrations that are called governments, that they have been unfriendly and have made themselves enemies of sugar growing and milling. If you look at the market in Kenya, we have sufficient market and it is highly profitable. So the problem seems to be government. So until government is encouraged or pushed to be the provider of the solution to the problems that are afflicting the sector, we will continue having this problem. And in my lay research, this problem took the turn from bad to worse when politics became commercialized. I think importation of sugar has been the one funding the commercial aspect of politics and the Gonya mentality. So politicians like us and others look at the sugar sector, particularly for importation as a way of getting money to fund elections. Now that being the challenge, my proposals would be a few. One proposal is the issue of importation of sugar, because we have to import until we are self-reliant, be done by a publicly owned company, maybe a state corporation. All of those profits be plowed back into the sector, so that it's not a private affair. We should not have 56 or more entities competing to import sugar. It should be a monopoly of government, and then the profits are shared, particularly for research and accessible loan to farmers and the millers, so that they can have mills that are efficient. If we let it be driven by the private people, they will take away all the profits. They will drum up support for importation and discourage this. I also want to propose and ask us to encourage government, particularly the national government, to discard the mentality that growing and milling of sugar is not profitable. Profit is not about actual money. Profit could also be the social and economic benefits that are individually and collectively shared by those who depend on the crop. And one of them, if you look at the number of people who are directly employed, look at all the cane cutters, all the cane loaders, all the cane millers, look at all the associated beneficiaries of this sector. If you are talking about monetary profit, if you are talking about what is returned to treasury, how about these people who are self-reliant by just having a panga or a djembe, or just by being strong and being able to carry the cane up there? Those who repair and maintain the equipment around there. So the profit is immense, but there is a policy that has taken root in the national government quarters by some bureaucrats, that the sugarcane growing is not a profitable venture. So I want us to urge national government that this is the most profitable sector, and many people engaging in this activity are able to fend for themselves without getting involved in activities that would be unlawful. Lastly, I want to suggest that national government should consider a policy that we are trying to quickly abandon of protecting our agricultural sector. The sugar sector is a strategic sector. We should do as best we can, just like other nations. When you have a strategic sector, you protect it using fiscal policy, you protect it by negotiating other trade agreements that ensure we are not invaded. I hear that some people calling themselves COMESA reckon that they should be given a right to bring milled sugar into Kenya. If you study, and you study seriously, COMESA is not self-reliant in sugar production. So I don't know where they get sugar to supply to Kenya. Even Uganda, that claims to export sugar to Kenya, if you look around Uganda, Uganda is not self-reliant. So it appears to be sugar there having its legs and its vehicles through Kenya because of political assistance. So I want us to agree to urge ourselves and the national government to do something to protect this sector, because this sector is strategic. Thank you very much.